Hello everybody. It is just Dapper here from the Financial Cloud, doing a quick kind of midweek update on what we've seen so far market-wise. Before we get into the charts, I do want to say if you're watching this real time, our Discord is open and free through the 5th, April 5th, 2024. If you're watching this in the future, just a reminder that we do 3 free live streams every week on YouTube, so make sure to check in to those. So let's go and look over what we've seen so far with this week and kind of what to expect into the end of the week. So far, the theme of this week is large moves over the Asian and London sessions. New York sessions have been more muted, more balanced. We've seen 2 large continuations to the sell side through these Asia and London sessions. And let's go just highlight some levels and take a peek at what we're looking like. So Sunday into Monday, we did see a look above last week's inside week. It was quickly sold off into the New York Open, where we saw a balanced session in this primary node of our upper kind of balanced distribution here. Once again, last night, Monday through Tuesday, we saw another large degree sell through Asia and London. And this sell is quite important structurally. 2 major things happened. Our FOMC imbalance from last week has been fully cleaned as we traded down through 50. As well as one time framing up on our weekly chart has ended as we took out last week's lows. It has been quite a while, a couple months actually, until we've seen a weekly low break. So this is a quite significant shift. Granted, last week was a smaller week and an inside week. This break is also quite common when we see a look above and failure of an inside week. So just quickly structural, I want to talk about this. When you have a strong weekly candle or daily candle, and we put an inside week in, if we get a look on either side, either a break of the low or a break of the high, that then almost instantly fails, it makes sense to look up, see that sell side pressure, and then break the lows of our inside candle, which is what we saw occur today. Now, through the rest of the week, pathing and kind of your value shifts here are quite simple. As you can see now, right after the close, we're trading up towards the 63, last week's low. That becomes your primary pivot for the rest of the week. If we can see this reclaimed and held, it makes sense to see continued oscillations up into our upper balance and to trap all of these sellers that are putting pressure down under 50 today. If on this look we reject, right, and we drop our sell side value down into where last week's low was, I would expect to see a larger degree oscillation of this bottom balance. We do have a slight node edge here into 30. I expect that to be taken out if we do see this rejection. Trade down towards this 5207 where we do have a VPOC sitting, and then down into our more well-established buy side value under 5180 to 5160. We do have our roll gap here that has been cleaned up, but just understanding the shift with this gap being a roll contract gap and buy side value still being maintained here under 5180. So once again, very clean and simple. Can we reclaim last week's zone? Last week's low, and re-oscillate this double distribution upper balance? Or do we reoffer here very strongly? If we do, I would expect a lower low down through today's low, test this 30 edge, but ultimately come down into 5207. See a couple notes on the chart that kind of confirm these theses where bears must trade down under last week's low and see a strong reoffer. We are seeing the initial steps of that, as I just talked about, with last week's low being taken out and this reoffer or retest occurring right now as we speak. Watch tomorrow's action once again. We'll see if we have another large Globex move, what the New York session looks like. Like to see some more movement and excitement during the New York session and not just seeing these overnight moves. But we are only able to trade what we are given. So watch your primary pivot, look up, look down, Good structure on either side off of this area. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Once again, Discord is free this week. If you're watching this in the future, we do free YouTube streams. Come hang out, and ask questions. Thanks, guys.